Welcome to the Blue Ridge Parkway. Known as the crown jewel of the Blue Ridge Parkway, Craggy Pinnacle is considered one of the most scenic short hikes along the entire length of this popular roadway, which features spectacular 360-degree views from the stone observation deck on its summit. What makes it extra special is the path to the summit that takes you through fairy-like rhododendron tunnels, and the gnarled birch branches transport you inside of a fantasy novel. I know, right? Like a gnome should be popping out at any second. Hello travelers, and welcome to Craggy Gardens in the Blue Ridge Parkway. I'm here at the Rhododendron Tunnels, about 20 miles outside of Asheville, North Carolina. Here's what you need to know if you'd like to visit the Rhododendron Tunnels at Craggy Pinnacle Trail. We'll talk about how to find it, when to go, where to stay, mistakes to avoid, and what not to miss, as well as other tips for making the most of your visit. I'm Christy, this is Happily Forever's After Travels, and if you like travel tips, hacks, deals, and reviews, then this channel is for you. So make sure to hit the like button and subscribe so you can come along on my journeys with me. Come on, let's go. Before we get into the main points, I have to let you know that this video has been in the making for 3 years. Yes, that's right, 3 years. I read about the Rhododendron Tunnels online about 3 years ago, and I had to go. I did my research, planned my trip, but I came across some snags along the way. The first year, we were a little late. The blooms had been full, but we came when a big storm system was moving through the mountains, and the majority of the blooms were washed off the trees by the time we got there. We did see some, but not as many as I would have liked. It was still beautiful, though. With the dark overcast storm clouds and rain, it made for an eerie, otherworldly feel. The next year we made the trip, I tried to go earlier so we wouldn't miss the blooms due to the storm, like the year before, but we were too early then. There were a few blooms, but again, not very much and not what I had hoped for. Year 3, I finally found it. I made it to the blooms, and now I'm ready to share my tips with you on how you can find the rhododendrons in full bloom so that you can catch them in their spectacular display too. Before you can enjoy the rhododendron tunnels at Craggy Pinnacle Trail, you obviously have to find them first. If you don't know what you're looking for, it may be easier to miss than you think. You'll find the Craggy Pinnacle Trail and the rhododendron tunnels on the Blue Ridge Parkway going north from Asheville. It's only a stone's throw away from the Craggy Gardens Visitor Center at mile marker 364.4. You can see the top of Craggy Pinnacle from the Visitor Center. That's how close it is. Once you pass the Visitor Center, continue through the Craggy Pinnacle Tunnel and turn left at the Craggy Dome parking lot at milepost 364.1. It'll only take about 2 minutes to drive from the Visitor Center to get to the parking lot. It's not marked well at all. As a matter of fact, there's only one sign before the parking lot that comes up that simply says, "Overlook ahead." That's probably the biggest understatement on the entire parkway. Sure, yeah, there's a great outlook from the parking lot, but next to it is only one of the best trails and scenic views and hikes available on the whole entire parkway. On one side of the parking lot is an overlook, which is still worth a stop even if you're not able to hike the trail. On the opposite side of the lot is where you'll find the stairs and an immediate entrance to the Craggy Pinnacle Trail and the Rhododendron Tunnels, as well as some information on the beautiful Catawba rhododendrons that bloom there. Let's talk about now when you should go. Craggy Pinnacle can be accessed all year round, although it may be temporarily closed because of weather, road conditions, or repairs. It does have milder weather and fewer crowds in the winter, early spring, and late fall. You'll find a tapestry of calico fall foliage in the early fall, and it gets lush green and, dare I even say, tropical-like during the summer. However, if you want to see the rhododendron tunnels in full bloom, you'll only be able to see them in June. You might be able to find a few buds in May, some leftover remnants in July, but if you're making plans for a special trip to see them in full bloom, mid to late June is your best bet. Pro tip: if you don't see the rhododendrons blooming at the entrance, that doesn't mean there aren't any along the trail. When I went, I was discouraged by the lack of blooms at the entrance and almost wanted to turn back. Instead, we pressed on, and I'm so glad we did because we found plenty of blooms as we continued upward and experienced the most magical sunset. There are 4 entrances to the Blue Ridge Parkway from Asheville. The first is off of milepost 382.6, where US Highway 70 crosses. The Folk Art Center is a short drive north. This is the best entrance if you're on I-40 heading west. The hotels on Tunnel Road would be the closest to this entrance, such as Holiday Inn Asheville East Blue Ridge Parkway, True by Hilton Asheville East, and Comfort Inn Asheville Tunnel Road. Second entrance is around milepost 384.7. US 74A, this is the best entrance from I-40 heading east, and Town Mountain Road from downtown connects directly to this route. The closest hotels would be Element Downtown Asheville, the Hilton Garden Inn, the Renaissance, and 4 Points. The third entrance, if you want to combine your trip with a visit to Biltmore, there's some properties near Biltmore closest to the Blue Ridge entrance around milepost 388.8, where US 25 crosses. From the parkway, Biltmore is 3 miles north. Some of the closest properties would be Hampton Inn and Suites Biltmore Village and Biltmore area, Holiday Inn Express and Suites Outlet Center, Clarion Biltmore Village, and Doubletree by Hilton Biltmore. And last, the entrance at milepost 393.6 is where North Carolina 191 crosses. This is the nearest entrance from I-26. The North Carolina Arboretum is located at this intersection. Hotels closest to this entrance would be those such as Comfort Suites Outlet Center, Hampton Inn and Suites Biltmore area, Country Inn and Suites Asheville Outlet, and Hilton Asheville Biltmore Park. These are all just examples from each area, and I've provided links to those hotels as well as a more exhaustive list in that free Craggy Pinnacle travel guide that I've created for you, and that link is down there in the description below, along with where all the entrances are located as well. So you don't have to go back and write everything down. You can just sign up for this free copy of the travel guide and have it sent right to you. It's time to talk about what to expect at Craggy Pinnacle. First, the wildlife. A big concern for most people hiking in the mountains is whether or not they may run into a bear or another kind of dangerous animal. Wildlife on Craggy Pinnacle is hard to spot. You may get a glimpse of a fox or coyote, but they tend to shy away from people, so sightings are rare. While I did once spot a mama bear and her cub from my car on our drive to the pinnacle, I've never actually seen one on the trail. The only wildlife I've personally seen are birds, bees, and rabbits. While black bears are known to live in the area and do frequent the Blue Ridge Parkway, it's not likely that they're going to extend to the Pinnacle Trail because of where it's situated and also because it's a popular and often crowded hiking spot. Black bears are generally afraid of humans, so they're really good at keeping their distance. In the rare event that you do encounter a bear, here's what you should do. First, as you're walking the trail, talk, sing, make any kind of loud noises, and they're not going to show themselves anywhere near you if you do. If you do encounter a bear on the trail, keep your distance, back away slowly, and wait for it to move on. If it approaches, yell and make yourself look as big as possible. In the extremely rare event of a bear attack, don't play dead. With a black bear, you have to fight back, and always carry bear spray when hiking for this reason. And don't ever approach a bear, whether on foot or in your vehicle. It's just not smart. If you do go at a time when the rhododendrons are in bloom, it is a pollinator's buffet. Bees are everywhere. Prepare if you must, but just so you know, they are very nice bees. As for the weather, you can expect the temperature to be around 15 to 20 degrees cooler than in Asheville. The climate is temperamental. It's wise to dress in layers and prepare for any type of weather. It can be rainy, sunny, cold, warm, and anything else on any given day, and even on the same hike. Bring a waterproof jacket and shoes that are water resistant and have good soles to prevent slipping on wet rocks or muddy patches. My personal favorite hiking boots are my Timberland hiking boots. I love their ankle support and their sturdy soles, and they've never given me blisters. I highly recommend. Although the hike to the summit is considered An easy to moderate hike and is relatively short at only 0.7 miles in each direction. The terrain is rocky and steep in some areas and can get wet and slippery, so wear those good shoes and dress in layers. It's a must. Let's see what kind of view we can get from here. Watch my step. Whew. Oh, look at this. Gorgeous view. As for bathrooms, expect to use porta potties located at the Craggy Pinnacle parking lot just before you get to the trailhead. There are bathrooms at the Craggy Gardens Visitors Center, which is a short distance before the trail parking lot. However, the bathrooms aren't always functional, and the only option is the porta potties there too. It's better than nothing, and for those of you who are picky peers, I just thought you'd like to have a heads up. All right, it's time for a break. Got my snack, got my view. If you plan on taking a picnic on your hike, it's important for you to know that there's no picnic tables or seating areas on the Pinnacle Trail. There are some great places to sit down and rest on the ground and have a snack, though. It's a good idea to bring a lightweight picnic blanket to sit on as you enjoy a rest and soak in the view and hydrate. Well, there are some benches once you reach the top of the summit, and there's one small bench at the base of the area right before the trail to reach the summit. It's also important to note that there's no trash receptacles on the Pinnacle Trail, so if you do bring a snack, be sure to bring your own trash bag or way to store your trash until you can reach a proper disposal. Please, please, please don't litter this beautiful area. If you do prefer to have a picnic with tables and seating, Craggy Gardens does have a designated picnic area just a few miles before the Visitors Center. Craggy Pinnacle Trail is so much more than just a hike. It's the perfect trail to just stop and smell the rhododendrons and feel the wind. If you're only about making it to the peak of the trail, you're missing out on so much more. This is an ideal hike if you don't have much time, but if you can spare the extra moments, I urge you to drink it all in. Take time to read the informational signs about the flora, fauna, and the history. Take time to take one of the smaller trails and discover your own favorite spots to take a break or watch a sunset. Take time to appreciate the plant life and growth in different seasons or weather. Take time to view the Blue Ridge Mountains from varying vantage points and overlooks. Take time to be still and silent. You never know when wildlife will appear. Don't miss out on the Visitors Center. They have some great souvenirs, a few snacks, information, and a quaint little area with rocking chairs with an amazing view. And if you're up for a longer hike, you can find more trails at the Craggy Gardens picnic area and at the Visitors Center. Just because it's a short hike doesn't mean you can't end up spending an entire day there. Here's some tips on mistakes to avoid based off of my own experience and knowledge I've gained as I've frequented the trail. The first mistake is thinking that just because this is a short hike, you don't need to be prepared or wear adequate clothing. It's a huge mistake to wear footwear that could cause slippage, blisters, or could result in ankle or knee twisting. It's a mistake not to prepare for different types of weather, and a big mistake not to bring water. Another huge mistake is going to the wrong trail. I hear of people all the time hiking the trails at Craggy Gardens picnic area or the Visitor Center and wondering why they can't find the 360-degree view. And like me, another mistake is not realizing how close the Craggy Pinnacle Trail is after the Visitor Center. The first time I went, I totally missed the parking lot because I thought it was just another road. It's just so poorly marked. Craggy Pinnacle's elevation level means that it's not uncommon for thick clouds to form at the peak, which can obstruct your view of the sunset in the surrounding area. But don't let that stop you from reaching the top. I've been to the peak of Craggy Pinnacle Trail in all kinds of weather, and it has brought a form of beauty in all types. As a matter of fact, one of my favorite sunsets at the summit was on a day when we could barely see anything when we reached the top. But as we stuck around, the clouds began to break, unveiling a spectacular show of nature. It's a huge mistake to think that only a clear day is worth reaching the top. When you get to the Craggy Pinnacle Trail, if you don't see the blooms at the entrance, don't make the mistake of thinking there's no blooms anywhere on the trail. I found that the higher up I went, the more beautiful and bountiful the blooms became. Not to mention, rhododendrons bloom at different times based on elevation, so if you can't find blooms in one location, you're very likely to find them somewhere else. If you go to catch a sunset, don't make the mistake of taking so many pictures and videos that you run out your phone battery and don't have enough battery life to get you safely back down the trail with your phone flashlight. It gets extremely dark after the sun goes down, and the rocky trail with not enough light can be very dangerous. Be sure to bring a wireless charger or a flashlight to be safe. Before you leave for Craggy Pinnacle, it's a good idea to check the National Park Service to see if there's been any road closures due to weather, obstructions, construction, or maintenance. I do have that link provided for you in the free travel guide that I created that can be accessed from the link in the description below. Lastly, don't make the mistake of having unrealistic expectations of the blooms. Many people come to the rhododendron tunnels and expect every inch of every tree to be covered in fluffy flowers. They tend to just clump together more in patches. They're beautiful and magnificent either way, but the beauty is often overlooked by those who hold on to unrealistic expectations. This hike is great for people who want a short hike, for those with a minimum of average health and are able to climb multiple sets of stairs. It's great for families and parties with varying degrees of skill levels. It's great for sunset and sunrise chasers, photo and video enthusiasts. And it's also a popular spot for people getting professional pictures done for special occasions like weddings and engagements. This isn't a good hike for those who are only looking for long and strenuous hikes, people who want to hike with an unleashed dog, or for those who have mobility issues. What about you? Is this a hike that you'd like to take? Does a hike through the rhododendron tunnels look like a good fit for you? Let me know in the comments. If you appreciated the info I brought you today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell to let me know. And also don't forget to download your free copy of the Craggy Pinnacle Travel Guide to help you plan your trip. I enjoyed bringing you along on this journey today. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Happy travels. Bye-bye.